welcome back to the Synergy Sanctum. My name is Justin. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here at the Synergy Sanctum, we specialize in all things related to Magic the Gathering, with a specific focus on deck building. So I aim to show you very quick deck text that'll show you all of the cards in the deck and how they work together to ultimately achieve the goals of that deck. If you're not already, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate that. And we also have a sister channel now, so head on over to Commander Coliseum and check out their content as well. And for today's deck tech, we are running Kaalia of the Vast, a competitive EDH build for you today. I wouldn't say it's CEDH, but it is competitive because it's Kaalia. So Kaalia of the Vast says whenever she attacks, you get to put an angel, demon, or dragon from your hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. She's been broken since she was printed all the way back in 2011, 2012, and we have a very competitive build for you today. 35 lands with 30 of those being non-basic. We are making sure that this deck is going to win. Current TCG market value is $577 to $704. So goal of this deck is to get Kaalia out, make sure she has haste or protection, and then be able to swing and start getting this engine every single turn, sometimes multiple times a turn if we're doing multiple combats. So let's get into it. So our first suite of cards today is protection. It's very important that Kaalia stays alive, so there are a lot of cards devoted to that. Lightning Greaves and Swiftfoot Boots are giving her Shroud and Hexproof respectively. Mithril Coat is giving her Indestructible. Lava Spur Boots is giving haste as well as Ward 1. Kaya's Ghost Form, if she dies, she comes back, and Whisper Silk Cloak is giving Shroud as well. We've got some creature protection with Mother of Ruins and Giver of Ruins. They get to tap and choose protection for a certain color until end of turn. So if someone's going to try to target her with removal, this is our solution to that. We're running Shelter, which is doing the same thing, as well as Surge of Salvation, but Surge of Salvation does it for all permanents, giving them hexproof, and then also preventing damage that black or red creatures would deal to creatures you control this turn. And then Ghostly Prison for our Pillow Fort to make sure people are discouraged from attacking us. And now let's get into the angels, dragons, and demons that we have chosen for this deck. So starting with the angels, we've got Aegis Angel giving something indestructible when it enters, and for as long as you have Aegis Angel. Angelic Arbiters forcing people to choose between spells and attacks. Achroma Angel of Wrath, just a really big scary angel. Avacyn Angel of Hopes giving that indestructible. Angel of Despair is destroying something when it comes in. Aurelia's doubling up on combats. Gisella's doubling up on damage. Platinum Angel's protecting us so we don't lose in case we're behind. Lieza, Forgotten Archangel, says whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you get to return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step, so a little more protection there. Tauriel is letting you take something from an opponent's graveyard. Lyra Dawnbringer is giving everything lifelink, that's an angel, and Saphara is giving other creatures with flying indestructible, which is going to be the bulk of this deck. And then moving on to the dragons, before we get into that, we've got Kaalia Zenith Seeker as well. So when she enters, you look at the top 6, you get to reveal one of each and then put them in your hand. So she synergizes really well with Kaalia of the Vast. Getting into the dragons, we've got Nariv, Heart of the Storm from Tarkur. The creature you control that enter this turn would deal damage. It's dealing twice that damage instead. Really broken here. Blast Furnace Hellkite's giving stuff that's attacking your opponent's double strike. Balefire Dragon is doing damage to every creature your opponents have off of its own combat damage. So that could be 6 or 12 with some of these doublers. Scourge of the Thrones giving us additional combat. We're running all of the ancient dragons that we can in black, red, and white. So Copper Dragons doing treasures. Brass Dragons giving us recursion. And Gold Dragons making us a bunch of flying fairies. Terror of the Peaks is doing damage off of creatures coming in based on their power. And then Drakuseth Maw of Flames does multiple damage triggers off of attacks. And then getting into the demons to close us out here, we're running Runescar Demon and Razaketh to get us tutors when they come in or to sack a creature. Bloodthirster is giving us additional combat again. Archfiend of Depravity is forcing people to sack their own stuff. Villas is allowing us to have some removal, and then when we lose life, we draw that many cards. So just off of a single trigger of Villas to give a creature -1, we're paying 2 life and immediately drawing 2 cards. Nixless is for forcing people not to be able to search their libraries because they're going to lose 10 life. Rakdos, Lord of Riots, is making our creature spells cost 1 less for each life our opponents lost this turn. So picture a Kaalia trigger, one of these big angel, dragon, or demons swinging with her. That's going to be like, what, 10 plus damage? That's going to make your creature spells cost 10 less. So even though we won't get an additional Kaalia trigger, if we don't have that additional combat, we are getting a pretty heavy discount with Rakdos. And then Master of Cruelties, we all know what he does. If he's attacking and isn't blocked, then their life total is becoming 1. So super broken. We're running lands that give haste, so kind of a backup plan, not necessarily for Kaalia, but I mean, it can be, but if we're having to hard cast any of these angel, dragons, and demons, each of these lands is giving them haste. Slayer Stronghold, Hall of the Bandit Lord, and Arena of Glory. We've got other good stuff in the deck, so targeted removal with Mortify and Utter End. Quicksilver Amulet for 4, you're getting to put in one of these big scary things. Strionic Resonators doubling up on Kaalia's triggered ability, so you're getting 2 instead of 1. Crackling Dooms forcing people to sack their best creature. Boros Charm is giving us giving our permanents indestructible. Vault of the Archangels giving us lifelink and death touch. Anguish Unmaking and Chaos Warp, more targeted removal. Reanimate's getting us something back, and then Blasphemous Act is our board wipe for a single red mana. And then we've got Draw on the deck, so we were running Big Score and Unexpected Windfall, because I always do. We discard a card, you get 2 cards and 2 treasures. Read the Bones and Night's Whisper are getting you draws off of losing life. Phyrexian Arena's getting you 1 in every upkeep, and Painful Truths, as long as you pay the 3 different colored mana into it, you get that many cards. So a red, white, and black paid into this get you 3 cards. And then our mana base is heavy with the rocks here. So we're running all of the expected rocks that we would in these colors for some mana course correction here. We've got Sol Ring, we've got Orzhov, Rakdos, and Boros Signet. Mardu Banners giving us 1 of any of our colors. Chromatic Lanterns turning all of our lands into what we need and also tapping for mana. And then we're also running Arcane Signet, which gets us that black, red, or white as well. And with that, our show has come to an end. Thank you so much for watching our video. And if you enjoyed that video, feel free to share it out with any friends who might find value in it as well. Thank you so much for stopping by. We hope to see you again soon. Have a good one.